Welcome back. This game is about to begin. Chaos versus Triumph here on the second map with Chaos stealing away what was Triumph's map pick on Dust 2. Now we move on to Sunny Steps of Mirage, Keith. A part of me is feeling a Chaos 2-0 here, but a part of me reads the lineup for Triumph and remembers these guys are insane. It doesn't even matter what map it is, and they don't miss twice. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, Grim. Alrighty, starting it off. Back in CT, these USPs are just raining down hell on Chaos. Zeppa and Jonji will try to bring it back, but it's just Grim with 3, leaving Jonji alone, and he does it! 4 for Jonji! From being the man on Dust 2 to winning a pistol. Just like that. That was nasty.
Whew. He only has 50 ADR somehow out of that.
Yeah,
but he got
one
the kills.
was weak here, I think. Yeah.
Oh wait, that might be a glitch. Everyone has 50
so.
ADR.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna trust you. I will not trust these numbers. Here we go though. Out mid they go. Triumph are on the force by Grim has been eliminated down towards the connector, and Chaos are now beginning for what is a push for control. Just looking for connector. Keep an eyes on window. Keep an eyes on cat. If anyone peeks, if anyone wants to peer, they're gonna get punished. And they got the pretty clean opening pick too, so the cards here are definitely within the hand of Chaos. Jonji's looping back underpass, making sure no one is pushed up, re-clearing upper B if they want to end there. If they're clearing upper B, then I imagine they're most likely going to come back there. And yep, the bomb is making its way. Chaos are regrouping towards the B site. I like that. That's a clean pathing from Chaos, right? They go out mid. Some player, Jonji goes underpass, clears the underpass and upper B by himself. They pinch it, then they regroup. Now they send Steel for the probe for the distraction towards the A site, and the remaining players are coming out B for free. Bungie and Shake just heard that noise towards B site. They will backtrack, but it's already too late. Chaos owns all of it, Keith. Pretty flawless call.
So. Yeah, it was so well done. Like minimal risk and just so much. Now the MAC-10s can punt a little bit. Steel will finally be punished. Vanity, the same. Shake reloaded a little early, and that's when Zeppa will come to the murder hole. So you know what? 2 rebuys out of 1 player forcing. I think Shake was the only one to get armor and such there. Hey, that's okay. But I don't see Triumph buying here. It's going to be a half buy with pistols and armor. And Shake with a Zeus. Ooh, 2 Zeuses. Okay, I'm double the excitement now.
Wait. Hey, guys, forget that there's still weapons here and armor. If these guys get a hold of guns, that's gonna be dangerous. Curry almost gets himself a kill. Unfortunately, cannot quite connect the shots. Grim is starting to do some damage with the deagle as well. Zeppa's starting to get wounded. They can't keep taking damage. They can't keep sustaining this. A single kill, a single double kill from either of these players could swing this round around. But Leaf, Steel, they put an end to this madness. It's all spongy now with Zeus in hand, Keith. And will he give somebody the shock?
Maybe. The stunner. There's a chance. Okay, I almost forgot one important thing, Roy, and that is the bomb. Good thing Zeppa goes back for it. And Jonji's just going to be hanging out top belt if he spams CT, he'll be rewarded. Spongy's hoping that he stops spamming. It's not the way you want to go out. You really want someone to push CT. I don't think it's going to happen. I think everyone's kind of hanging out. Relaxing.
Bungy's like, come on, man. I invested in this. Someone, please. Disrespect me.
You should just, like, jump spot, try to run deep CT, right? Like, someone's got to take the bait. Oh? Maybe.
Oh, he really wants that.
Darn.
Nothing found. All sane. Gun round back up here for Triumph, though. I say back up, but it's the first gun round. Junior with the AUG. Shake picks up the AUG, which is actually, honestly, a pretty good gun. I'm surprised the AUG isn't bought more than it is.
I don't think they nerfed it that hard. I know it's still decent. The scope obviously still makes it what people buy it for.
If I'm not mistaken, it got rebuffed like several patches ago.
Oh,
Not a lot, just slight miss.
just very mildly. I think fire rate maybe increased. I know they nerfed it pretty hard.
Yeah,
I think obviously
remember
your
exactly.
fire rate goes down when you're scoped, but it goes up when you're unscoped, I think. If memory serves. Chat will know.
Yes, chat experts, please. I know you all have PhDs in CSGO analytics. But here we go. This is the real attempt here. This would be a pretty big telltale sign of what exactly is going on. Shake Zilla. That's the opening pick onto Vanity. Through the smoke. Junior keeping eyes on mid here as well. Chaos are actually mostly towards upper B. They don't mind losing Vanity here because the strat is still the B split. And then there's really not much people to defend against it. It's just Spongy. Shake Zilla finds himself another kill. Spongy knows they're out B. He'll hold on to his life, deny control of bench, which will make this retake far easier for his team.
Well, there goes the last Molly, the last slowing piece of utility in towards market. He'll keep them at bay. Plenty of flashes. Zeppa close window. Gets Dink dumped down to 12. He'll get his nade out, which may find Shake. And it will. Zeppa's done enough. Can't get the kill on Grim, but here he comes. Grim will push the site while Spongy will cover. Can Leaf move her around the site with Janji's support from Axe to close this out. And it is Grim alone. Low on HP, jumping up on Van, and Janji's aware, and Janji will claim it. 3 again from Janji. It's a pivotal round. He's got a couple notches in his belt from how well he's been playing. And Chaos will jump to 4-0. Triumph % back down to a half by Roy. And it seems like the motivation, the momentum, it all carries over from Dust 2 seemingly.
Dude, Janji is locked in. He is dialed in. He is focused. He's 7-0, Keith, by the way. He has not died a single time this game. Zeppa's not too far behind us. 6-2. 160 ADR, if I saw that correctly. 150 ADR. Curry's up. Oh, gets 1. Good damage onto Zeppa. Not quite the finisher, but a 1.5 is not bad. Most importantly, he's got the animation. He saw the bomb. Junior, nice shot. All the way from downtown. Man advantage now for Triumph.
Good here. These Eagles can become a problem. Leaf knows he has to bring it back with the help of Steel. And if anyone from Triumph beats Steel, they're going to be met with an op, and he actually goes back for the AK. The bomb is in such an awkward spot. As Leaf will drop a flash towards under Belk. If he springs triple, he'll be rewarded, but he'll hold off. And who else but Scrim on these stairs with this Eagle. Steel backpedaling. AK will find Spongy, and to the site he'll go. As Grim gets tagged up, Junior yet to
Oh
peek.
my god, look at their
They
health.
know he's here. This is getting awkward, and that's a 1v1, and Grim finds it. Triumph will do it. The Deagle Brigade Roy will steal a round away from Chaos, who just seemed a little too caught up in that round, in that A-hit.
And at really no point did they have to commit until that bomb was committed, right? Like, they really did not have to bring the bomb in. The bomb was, first of all, spotted early, which typically is like the red flag for the enemy team. Like, okay, they see the bomb, they're obviously going to send numbers, they're going to send reinforcements, especially on an eco. They didn't have to commit to that bomb site. They had a ton of time. They could have resetted it easily. But maybe some sort of mid-round call never came out from Steel, or maybe no one really called to fall back. And so they ended up entering on the site, getting a little overconfident. And as soon as that bomb went down under stairs, that was pretty much the commitment, right? Like, you have to commit at that point. A massive loss to Chaos. That should have been their fixture-upper for their economy. That should have been what put them at 2 gun rounds, possibly 3 in a row. Now they're going to switch it up. They have Zeppa out the window. Grim, nice peek.
That was so quick from Grim. The crosshair placement is just so impressive. As Leaf, free spawn out of jungle. He knows Grim has to be around here somewhere. There's no way he escaped all the way back to site. And he hears the bullet hit him. That is so well done. The luck there from Chaos pays out. And now Curry, he could be in a world of trouble. He has to hold his own on default, and he can do just that. At least Vanity will trade. They can still go back to B. Janji with 2. The rotator gets cut down. And I think they know Spongy's the B player. They'll just plant.
And even when he rotates the cat, he's still smoked off. He has no way back in this. They know exactly what he's doing. They're keeping tabs on him. And Spongy's like, yeah, okay. You guys can have this one. You're extremely well read in this scenario. But what a heroic play coming out from Janji. Great space right there for him to utilize. He knew there was a gap. He knew the fact that Grim was jungle meant that there's probably 2 players towards the B site. Still on the hunt, Keith. Timing.
Oh, so
Oh,
close.
they're backs to each other.
Oh, no. I wonder if Janji's going to run back after clearing out apps. No. I bet Janji was in disbelief. The CT player he expected, but there's no way he expected Shake to just walk out of halls like that. Walk out of market, excuse me. And just not check that corner. From an eco victory to a round drop, Roy. Now, do they force around the op? I think it's just going to be, again, Deagles, half buy. Grim can get an M4 and still be hanging out at decent money. So still a really good chance into this round from Triumph to give themselves an opportunity with this buy. But if all goes well and according to plan for Chaos, they should be okay. They should be having the green light for a nice B execute here, Roy. Right in their comfort zone, right in their wheelhouse.
Ooh.
Oh, but they've run into Spongy. I bet this changes their plans a little bit.
It might. I think it might not change the plan, but it might take away an element of it in terms of the early pressure, right, from Steel, who's been phenomenal lurking, by the way, for Chaos, doing more than his job, drawing attention, applying pressure. Great lurk timings. Vanity takes down Grim, and they're doing a great job shutting down Grim in this map too. They're just constantly finding him, constantly battling him, and they're winning it. Now Junior's looking to get back against Leaf inside a window, and with that kill, they have split the defense, especially. Look at Curry. He's all the way in ramp. The Spongy's still holding CT spawn with the op. Pick is starting to fall back here towards the apps into market. So they're converging on the A site, and that's where Chaos is. So there still is a chance here for Triumph.
Very much so. Curry has perfect timing on this flank. Vanny's gonna walk back in. He's gonna be dead to right. Yeah, I got a little nervous for a sec. Curry hangs on. The bomb is dropped. Jalif gets tagged up now. He'll at least put Spongy down, but is not ready. They can't deal with Curry in time. And it's who else other than John G in a 1v2, but Curry's off angle will get him. And Triumph, whenever they light by, whenever they take a little bit of a risk, but don't fully go in, those are so far the rounds they've won, Roy.
What a round by Curry, though. That was, whew, heroics. Perfectly played from start to finish. Really aggressive. And now they have Triumph on the double ops, Keith. And Chaos are fully invested in what is a Walmart bundle pack at its finest. A Mac 10, CZ Tech 9, a Galil for Steel, AK for Zeppa, who is one of the hard hitters for Chaos in this map specifically. But it seems like they have a set piece in mind right now. 3 men towards the A site, 2 players upper B right now. Seems like they're starting to head over underpass. If I had to guess, I'd say this is looking like an A execute with some sort of lurk play. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're go all the way back.
Look at Grim. Like, he is kind of the guy, when Triumph need info, they send him, right? Pushing top mid, not seeing anything. That may make Junior just leave him alone and push in back into A. But they really don't mind playing a bit of a retake here. Not a bother at all. And as Vanity lines up the smoke and will toss it, the stairs in jungle, Steel's waiting for the flashes. Right when that smoke blooms is when Junior gets spotted so much. Again, pressure on Curry for the default. Did he be a hero again for Triumph? He will spin around. He'll get his 2. He's done his 2. And the CT player gets caught. A lot of pressure now on Grim. Junior hopping over the smoke. And as they fade, he sees that elbow and he'll take the shot. Zeppa gets dropped. And just like that, Vanity alone, about to be overwhelmed. 1 through the molly, looking for something. He's working. He's hoping. And the smoke becomes his friend. Oh, that last tick was unfortunate, though.
Yeah, now they have an idea of where he is. Vanity. I love that from Junior. Pistol out, leading the charge for the rifle. A much more reliable trade. Junior, though, does not miss. Not in this round with the P250. Jumping up on top of the firebox and Triumph Key. They get 3. Officially breaking the economy for Chaos. I don't think we're going to see a buy here. Maybe pistols and light armor at most on some players. Don't think Steel or Leaf can afford that. Probably just pistols for them. And the gap is closing here, Keith. This is a potential 5-4 here as long as Triumph tighten up. Their economy is still not really good. They have everything they need in this round in terms of utility and kits, but in terms of leftover cash, not a ton to work with. So they need this round to be clean. Well, let's see what Chaos is up to here with this Deagle Brigade, a full official Deagle Brigade here.
The full brigade indeed. Early damage onto Junior. And they're coming out towards mid while they've lost their B prod, their B player in Jonji. They're gonna try to run down Grim. He may get tagged up, but he's sticking around. A good trade from Steel, but I bet Vanity's a little heated. That Grim came back for more there. And with the bomb down to connector and Zephyr with an M4. I mean, they're getting a couple kills. It's just really quick trades for Triumph. And it leaves Leaf creeping out through B. He's gotten decent timing. He's actually gotten past what Spongy is holding. But the issue is Shake Zula towards Catwalk, right? Like, how do you get out, find that 1v1, and then turn that into a second? That's my question, Roy.
I don't even know if he gets past Spongy. Oh, might actually. Okay, so now they know where he is. This round just became infinitely more difficult and complex. I don't think he gets past this, Keith. I really just don't see it. As soon as Shake spots him here on short. Hey.
I think he did, yeah.
They're staying together, though. They're not leaving this to chance at all. The bomb's out in connectors. Curry's holding it down. Not going to let him cross out. It is going to be Triumph with 4 on the board. 2 casualties, though. That does keep the money limited here for Triumph, but not bad. And now Chaos are on the buy, Keith. It will be limited in terms of some utility here. Deal with a smoke. Jonji probably going to be in the same fate. Maybe smoke flash. Just a smoke as well. Vanity has nothing to work with at all. So they have 4 smokes, 2 mollies, and 3 flashes to successfully convert this into a round win, Keith. Against a double op setup. That's rough.
Definitely not enough flashes to clear these ops off of corners. That is for sure. A lot of trust and more like a lot of pressure on Vanity here, right? He needs to find one of these riflers, one of the ops. A pick would just be worth its weight in gold, without a doubt. And as Chaos look like they're going to start to work underpass, a couple players in A-apps here. It looks like it's going to be a connector split with the bomb coming late ramp. And here goes Vanity. Desperate for this pick, hungry for this kill. As Leaf gets in window room, a little bit of a spray to a Shake, and he besks him. Down in connector, he'll go now. Chaos have perfect timing with this, but the numbers are still strong here from Triumph. Junior, top ticket, full trust because they have a ramp control. The Smoke Palace, good timing, but here comes Steel, and Junior still is alive. Finally, Vanity will put him down, but Curry from the ramp, the setup is activated. And the 2v2, Leaf soloed, he is gone. It's of course Jonji, the Chaos hero. Can he do it again? Spongy's having none of it.
Oh, a little psychological warfare, Keith. 5-5. Double ops is maintained. Bomb is not planted. Chaos's money is struggling. And Triumph are potentially staring down the barrel of a pretty well-timed lead here going into this final phase of this half, Keith. But here we go. A fast rush from Chaos onto the B site. Zilla gets one instant trade.
Almost at a moment of hesitation there from Leaf. He's going to swing Jonji. That's 2 with his P250. Head armor on top of it. And Jonji with a deagle. Hello. Goodbye, Grim. Curry now gets dinked up. And these pistols are going to swarm. They want that M4, and Steel's arms are just long enough to reach it. And you know what? I think Junior's going to duck out of this. He's stuck close window. Unless he gets given a couple freebies, I bet he's considering packing it in. That should be the round, Roy.
Yeah, that is the round. There's really no more. Whoa.
Oh, that was so quick. He's going to get them all. Yeah. Not a single gun carried from Chaos, but the round. I guess they were kind of forced at that point to only exit towards market. The guns were there. Everything they needed was in towards market. That's big for Junior to take that all out of their hands. it doesn't really help them this round,
Yeah.
though.
I mean, that was just a consolation at best, right? Like, there's really no other way to view it. That's still a round that's stolen away. This should have been the 6-5 for Triumph. This should have been Triumph securing double gun rounds in a row. Now they're in an eco. That is a terrible outcome for Triumph. And the Chaos are like, okay, well, we let you out that last round one with P250s. Let's try it again with Mac 10s.
Why not? Give it a go. Entry frag is there. And, of course, a second. The Mac 10s will create the space. They'll get the job done. Junior, as we will know, is going to be on his saving mission while the others look for exits. And Steel doing exactly what he did on Dust 2, right? Being disconnected, but still holding a key part of the map, whether it be CT on Dust 2 or worrying about mid on Mirage. Steel will always be involved. And he's really good at supporting his teammates. The flash from Junior, very easy to dodge. And a double peek from Vanny and Steel, you know it's coming. Vanny goes wide, Steel comes close. Junior's just so good at tucking in. And Steel can grab this up if he can get through Curry. A little bit of an awkward exchange. An XP3 came out and 1 HP for Steel, and he will get the other.
5. This is starting to get a little dicey, isn't it? Grim is totally asleep on this map, by the way. It's really Curry that stepped up here on this second map for Triumph, doing his best to keep them in this one. But Chaos have officially, as long as they can secure this round, established the lead in this first half, Keith. The 8 rounds at least, which in my opinion is a very good half. Right? This is still a map that leans maybe 55 to 60% CT side at this level at least. And here comes Triumph, rotating all, stacking towards the A site. On G, overhead spots 1.
It's Curry, forced to peek. And it looks like Triumph are not going to be able to win any more ecos. They're locked down at 2. Spongy tagged up and just dealt with Leaf. A very good spot. And it's flawless from Chaos, which honestly sets them up for the rest of this half. There's going to be full buys aplenty. I think it might have been that way even if they lost a couple. But it's always nice to make sure you're set. And Triumph, I think they need to win one more here, Roy, to kind of put them in like a little bit of a sigh of relief. But definitely not full relief. Oh. They're really doing a good job of. I mean, it's intentional, but they know Grim plays connector, and they have been shutting him down, icing him out, throwing utility at him to make him nervous. And this time, it's Junior in window. Here comes John G. Chaos tried a double underpass with Vanity coming late top mid, and it doesn't work. Triumph get away with a man advantage out of that.
And they're going for the reroute. Back to Zeppa's control. But the raid boss is here, Keith. He's inside the A ramp. He just hurry. He's hearing Steel step. He sees the shadow. He knows this is an A hit. And this is so early red here that the Triumph players are getting rotated over. Vanity not quite expecting Curry to be there. Allows Curry the exit on top of the kill. Now it's a 4 versus 2. 50 seconds left on the clock, Keith. But Chaos, their intent is very known.
Oh, it is glaringly obvious to Triumph. Can Zeppa get out of halls, get on the site, help out Steel, not to be. Bombs down A ramp, 3 to find from Zeppa. We've seen him do it time and time again before. But in the grand finals against Triumph, there's the 1v1 he wants. 10 HP. He's going to try to bait the shot out from Juniors. He'll cross the site. But Spongy's playing the long game. That is free. That is easy. And that's more like the Triumph we've come to expect and get used to, Roy.
Hey, A7 is still a solid finish, I'd say. Not ideal, but considering how this was going, not bad. Donji. Oh, man, he just took a ton of damage. But yeah, A7s are always weird finishes because it feels like the pistol is really what propels the team in the second half, right? Like, either the teams will be getting a comfortable lead. The team with 8 will extend it further. The team with 7 will find themselves a lead. Junior finds John G to finish off what was the wounded player from the A side early. And now they can focus their efforts on middle and B, which it seems to be the case. Junior's making his way over here. I like these moving pieces from Triumph. They deal with the early aggression, then they just send numbers towards connector. Leave Grim here because they trust him so much in this position. But as soon as he looks away, Leaf side hits him, Keith.
The timing for Grim has just not been there on Mirage. And they know Curry loves pushing a ramp. He has done that pretty religiously, nearly every round. He still gets a good fight with Leaf, but that MP9 at long range is being bested. And look what site's been abandoned. Who has the bomb? Who's heading towards the empty site? Of course it's Steel. Zeppa and Co are gonna try to come to the murder hole. They're gonna be held back by Spongy, but he just gives himself up. And with that, Roy, the round is gonna be cut. That should be that.
Oof. Yeah, I really don't see a way back in here. Is there even... Yeah, he has a kit. Wait, maybe there is a chance.
There's always a chance. Has to fight Zeppa first.
They're playing him.
Yeah, Zeppa's playing the long game. There's even a pop flash in Steel's hand. They catch Junior looking up in halls. And yeah, 9-6 in Chaos's favor. It's been the Leaf John G show. I feel like Leaf really started to find himself in that later, like 5 rounds for Chaos. He really does have Grim's number, like over and over and over.
Nine 6. That is a strong finish for Chaos. A lot of pressure on this pistol round, Key. That could be Triumph closing the gap, or it could be Chaos extending their lead and breaking double digits and getting closer and closer to that finish. And it seems like Triumph are going for the straight B execute. Smoke is out. John G. Bentley looking to bring the fight to them. They go 1 for 1. Not bad. But there's still 3 players here defending Keith. I don't know if they expect this one.
Oh, Steel and Get Right. Tapping away, isn't he? Looking for his 3rd on the round. Jigzula has to jump out. And they do get all the kills. They clean up the B site. Do they hear the Zeppa flank? Do they assume it's coming? Is that what they clear next? Does Junior get caught jumping top van? He doesn't spot Zeppa there. And we can see Zeppa's creeping. And Shake, well, he'll have eyes on it. He'll tap away. He now knows, obviously, Zeppa's on the clock and he's looking for something. He'll clear and jump around to empty and run into Junior. The kid is there. At least he thought it was. See, someone calmed it was. Instead, it's Cat. So now he has to push and fight Shake while grabbing this kit. No smoke for the bomb. He'll tap it. Has to connect it. He will. Zeppa does not miss with that USP. And this is going to be close, but he's got it.
Dude. What a shot. Zeppa. In the nick of time. Literally, if he let Shake get past that corner, that was it. It was done for Keith. Under pressure. He gets it done. But now Triumph are on the buy, Keith. The bomb plan is supported them 2 AKs. A Galil. Shake Zula's happy to drop the AK over here to Grim. And they're on what is the contention for the potential tie. Or at least closing the gap.
Oh, man. What a heartbreaker for Triumph. But the positive thing is, I'm trying to find a positive in that. They get the site, they trade out the stack, they get a bomb plant, they kill 4. That's why this buy is looking really good. A strong possibility of them converting this. Some say winning second is better than winning pistol. As Steel is in the realm of playing games, though. We'll have plenty of flashes over the top of Market. As Steel's trying to play around garbage can. Grim, right transfer, does he get the 3rd? No, a flying vanity with a USP. And he hasn't stopped moving. He is still fighting on site with that USP.
What?
And Chaos, that retake came out of left field. That was a haymaker.
Dude. Okay, first of all, Steel caught the best timing he could have possibly had. He had both Curry, I don't know, I think it was Junior and Grim actually, towards E-Box. Like, I don't know why they're shoulder to shoulder stuck on E-Box, but he was actually, he only saw one of them, but he was spraying both of them at the same time. Gets not only Junior, but brings Grim down just so little HP. They needed those 2 players to survive. Now look at the aggression coming out here from Chaos. Jonji all the way up apps here. Curry just finds Zeppa on the A site. And Jonji's not stopping. He's just going.
Same with Curry, I guess.
Wait.
They're 2 pieces of a pod. Junior gets the whole Deagle, and all of a sudden it's just a Deagle round. Vanity puts his scout away. We'll pick up that AK on default, but Triumph have figured this out. They're headed towards B. And these pistols, Roy, it just takes 1 post, 1 jiggle peek from a Deagle to really connect. And that may become a possibility. Double flashes on Shake as well. Steel was collecting, I think, a kit and a smoke as he looks to greet and meet up with Vanity in towards the market. There'll be flashes out of the window or saved as they're just going to creep now. Keep an eye on Shake. He has the flashes here. And he's just going to be tucking into this corner. Does he get timing on Steel? Yes, he does. Vanity alone now. He's gambling they're both here. The spray, he knows they're both tucked into these corners. And Vanity through the wall. But does he have time for the defuse?
No, he does. Wait, on the bomb.
Oh, he picked it up. It's going to be close. Does he have it?
No.
No.
Wow. They held on. Every single second they survived in that upper B was so huge. Oh my god. 7-11 Triumph. They hold on, Keith. They're not giving up just yet. They're fighting for it. Junior finds the opening pick. That's Jonji gone down. One of the hard hitters here for Chaos as they look for the mid control. And they look to close the gap, at least slightly.
This is a big one for Vanity. He's been in so many pressure situations, right? Where he needs a big pick, where he needs to go to town with his up on his back and kind of bait for his teammates. This is another one of those rounds. All the while, Zeppo wins a long-range fight with that MP9, and he's able to just back on up, Roy.
I like the re-aggression, though, from Triumph, right? Regaining lost territory. Always an important decision. Because it's either they're using that control to stack numbers B, or they're just going to hold on to the control forward and you just fight them for it. But this is kind of a good mix-up for Chaos. They're doing kind of an in-between decision where they fell off the control, but they're still stacked on the site. 3 people are here. A 4th not too far away, Keith. This is still very winnable for Chaos. Crossfire here. It's going to come into effect. They're starting to walk in.
Oh, but Jake, double entries in. Can Zeppa get it done with the MP9? 2 for him, make it 3 on the round. To the USP. Junior will best him with a Glock. And he just sees him in the open. I don't think he can see his eyes. He's like, wait, is that the last player? Is it really? And he just cleans it up. Triumph do get to 8, Roy. It had some trials. It had some turbulation. It was a little bumpy. But they're okay. That's back-to-back rounds. And considering how this half started, they've stayed really composed, all things considered.
100%. 100%. And look at Chaos just running around all over the place. All towards the 8 sites. I'm going into Palace. I'm going to Janae Ramp. Molotov. Yeah, that's the finisher right there. Here comes the Reaper. Okay, flawless. The 9/11, Keith.
Single op from Chaos. I was thinking maybe do they break out double ops, right? Is that something they'll maybe consider? Do they really like these M4s? But this buy, you can see how it's limping. Missing some big key mollies. Missing everyone. No kits whatsoever. Pressure's on. This round's huge. And who else other than Grim? Quick up Catwalk. They have found and isolated the one gap here in Chaos' setup. That's the mid-hold. They don't have a lot on it. Barely any eyes. In fact, Steel is the only one. They're not even playing anyone in connector, Roy. And they've kind of just perfectly yin-yanged this. They figured out mid was empty. No one's facing them. They get up towards ladder while being silent. This B hold from Vanity, it's going to be a hard one.
I feel like this is the gamble call from Chaos, right? Use what they can towards A. If they're unsuccessful with Vanity holding this down from the op from market, they just save. And I think they're already on their way out. Yeah, Vanity's already, they're already calling it. I like this actually from Chaos. Very minimal risk on the buy because they know they don't have the utility. They know they don't have the kits to fight the retakes if it came down to that 2v2 or the 3v3. But this way, okay, let's say Fad. Triumph gets 10 here, but they don't give away an eco round. They don't let them close the gap for free. This next round though, Keith, that is...
Yeah.
Whew. I think the worst part though for Chaos is like they weren't able to do any economic damage in this round. Only utility, that's it for Triumph that they used to get to get into this position. But no reinvestments needed whatsoever besides the utility. That's a strong round for Triumph. Definitely not what you wanted if you're Chaos.
And they've been pressuring A quite a bit. Chaos do a little bit of an A aggressive setup, right? Like the one forward player baiting for the second player and CT in deep jungle. And the counter to that, up catwalk. That's exactly what Grim does. I'm curious to see if Triumph are going to try to run that back. Maybe not the exact thing, but at least mid pressure. And it looks like Chaos want to fight it this time around. Seems like Jonji's going to boost up that off of Vanity in towards window room. Not make the jump, but get into an awkward off angle. And he had a read. He said, you know what, I bet they're going to try it again. And it gets shut down, Roy.
Grim, he's sneaking, Keith. He knows Zeppa's here. He goes for the fight. Zeppa's too slippery, though. He wins it. He holds his ground. A double man advantage now for Chaos. And now they're left without any control except for middle, Keith. They've lost control towards A. And they've forfeited the upper B control. Now they're all funneled into connector here, Keith. Can they transition off this position? I think Zeppa just heard the scope from Junior. So they know there's at least 2 people here.
Oh, awkward timing for Zeppa. That's what Curry's been waiting for. You know, an A-side opener. Do they continue to push? Leaf from sight with this M4. It's just Leaf things. All headshots, all one-on-ones. He isolates, he controls, and he dominates Roy. That's the Leaf we've come to expect. And he really is very prevalent here on the CT side of Mirage for them, isn't he? He is a beast.
Yeah, he's quietly making his way to the top of the scoreboard in general across both teams. He's really stepping up. That 3K from him is so confident. I love that. 12 to 10, though. Chaos making their stand. And that's kind of the safe decision, right? Like, cut your losses in the round before, buy yourself a better chance, and they converted that nicely and in perfect fashion. Now the money here is invested for Triumph into this full gun. Vanity, not quite quick enough on the trigger. Junior finds the opener here towards short A. Gives me short B. And now Donji is looking to make a play, Keith.
He's trying. Oh, he tried to line them up. Can he still do it? How is he alive? 2 HP to the P2000? Get out of town. He gets 2 out of that? He's a sports driver, just taking corners quick. Because that is crazy. He's able to pull that off. All the while, skillful blind finds Spongy. And that B hit that Triumph were visioning, that fall back to the B site, gets ripped away from them. The start of this round was great for Triumph. Mid-control, trading out, and they didn't calculate the Jonji factor. What's their way to get back into this? Maybe a kill on Leaf?
That would be huge. Now they split the defense. Steel on the B site, falling back to market now to try to close the gap. They have no idea where Triumph are going with this. Steel's hearing them on short now. Wait. Oh, he heard wrong. He thought they're going underpass to A, but they're actually going up towards B. The bomb gets planted for a short. Nade will do some damage here. But there's no kit on either of these 2 players. They might just have to concede.
Well, Steel has utility. He's going to try to force them out. I don't think that Molly spreads to Shake, no. And with no one facing, I wonder if Chaos continue. They are. They're out of door. Shake heard Steel leave, but does he expect Zeppa? He doesn't. A lot of pressure on Curry. The CT side hero turns
Zeppa.
hero. No, it's Zeppa. Of course it is, Roy. I'm not surprised anymore when he pulls off things like that.
Bomb has been defused.
Licks. Zeppa is actually insane. 13-10. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think the odds were in their favor whatsoever, but Zeppa steps up. Him and Leaf are really up here now. 21-14 for Zeppa. 21-16 for Leaf. And Chaos are finding themselves closer and closer to that potential finish, that potential grand finals match point, the finisher. They're not there yet. There's still a bye here for Triumph. If this round is not successful for Triumph, if this isn't a bomb plan at the very least, Chaos are going to get closer to that 15. They are going to get closer to that 15. Triumph starting off with a pretty standard, very old school passive hold. Yeah. Hold underpass, hold top B, one player holding for top mid push. They're holding for T spawn. Curry's all the way trying to get eyes on Cat.
I feel like this is one of those transition into mid-control late type of defaults. Group up with 3, have one player holding B, can come underpass, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And this setup on A is kind of so perfect, right? They're conceding this connector hold for Janji to kind of be set up. An up and spawn, a player under Belk, Zeppa in towards Sandwich. It is the prime setup for Chaos, Roy. Almost exactly what you want against a connector hit. And it's gonna happen. Junior, smoking deep jungle. He'll flash out for these connector players with lamp and top belt flashes. The pressure's on. Can Curry entry? Does he even check for Zeppa? Leaf does get some help, but he dies. Pressure on Zeppa. Gets 2, but a good trade from Grim. The op is smoked off, and Janji is caught. Although the setup was great for Chaos, it will not stand firm, Roy.
Now Vanity's gone out of the equation as well, so it's down to Steel, the head of the snake. He strikes, he bites, he gets 1. He goes for the second onto Grim, but he gets gushed in the process. Oh, don't go for that jump key. Oh.
He's crazy.
It always makes you nervous.
Does Grim check? I think Grim is just trusting Junior. Yeah, this setup is going to be so hard. I don't even think Steel can attempt this. Grim will come back. Change fire. Steel commits to the spray. Grim gets 3, Roy. That is more like the Grim we know. When he gets an entry, they typically continue to roll into 2. And that time it did. Chaos. I think it's a half buy into a next round buy. So we can go all the way. It's starting to shape up. Like, we may need some extra rounds, Roy.
Hey, this is going to bring Triumph to that 12. 12-13, this might become, as long as they don't drop the ball again. Passive hold once again for Triumph. Really old school, right? Very traditional, very conservative. Not really extending for much, just holding. Waiting to see if there's any stack push that Chaos love to do.
Good night.
And that's what that setup is good for, right? It's just exactly what they're waiting for.
Looking like it's going to be just a contact walk into the B site, Roy. It seems like that is the case. Unless Steel has something he can do with his Eagle. Double flashes from Grim. And it's all a ruse. It's all a fake. I'm going to say that quietly to add some suspense. Leaf is yet to rotate with his CZ. One clip of CZ can deal a lot of damage. And as these B players start to fall, they're just going to cancel and come Cat. That's cool from Triumph, right? These B players fail. We just fall back OA. If they win, we can go Cat. Really safe. Not a problem from them. And Leaf is going to be pressured, stuck at cash register. Days are numbered. So within 1 round now, we're Triumph. And still, I'm curious, are Chaos going to break out the double up? Is Steel going to do it? Will Zeppa drop it for Vanity? Of course he will. But will the double ops be broken out? Yes. I had a feeling it might be coming eventually, Roy.
The distinct lack of kit is really troublesome, though. Especially with how close these errors, or these rounds have been, right? There's so little room for error. Now Triumph are looking for the set piece onto the A site here. They might have an idea that the utility is low, and it's a good time for these kind of plays. Here they go. Smoke's flying in the air. Flashes suits a follow, and a flood of Triumph players as they convert their way on this A site.
Vanity up close and personal with no luck. A blind Grim will find him, and Shake will hold from Zeppa. It's all gone wrong for Chaos. Triumph will pop out and take the A site like they've owned it before the round even begun. And of course, Chaos have to save. It's an op M4. That's valuable. Now, they are up to $2,900 loss bonus, Roy. Not enough, though. It's definitely not enough to force around these two guns. We're going to have a tied game. And then maybe even another round advantage for Triumph before guns come back out for Chaos, Roy. That is the Triumph factor, who, by the way, have been on a bit of a roll this Seaside. Even with considering how close these rounds have been, how the pistol went, they have settled in.
Two gun saves. Probably not going to be a buy in this next round. I think they're just going to do the let's say fad buy, right? Where they get some pistols, they get some armor to buy around these weapons. Make sure they have enough money for the next buy. But this is the 13-13 now. We're tied up. Economy has mounted for Triumph. They've been on a pretty consistent comeback. What's troublesome for me is that Chaos will have the... I mean, this is a disadvantageous round. If they can't secure this round, Chaos's buy will come at 14 for Triumph. And if they can't hold on to weapons, that's game almost for Triumph. They've put themselves in a really good win condition. But the first factor is that they have to secure this round. Triumph 13-13. Steel going extremely aggressive with the op. Kind of in their faces. No one is holding this time. They're not doing their typical hold where they hold for that. Oh, Steel just misses the fallback to B. They're still unsure of what's happening right now, Keith. But the group up for Triumph is happening. It's a fake on the A site first. Draw attention. Draw players over here. But Chaos is not taking the bait.
No, they're not at all. They've kept the M4 there. And in fact, they've even found Grim, and that's a gun. Look at Vanity go with his P250. Shake's in trouble. He has the bomb. He's alone. He's calling for help, but it's not going to come in time. Spongy and Junior against the 4 players of Chaos, 3 of which have guns. Steel is here at the top. The 1-2. And Chaos have done it. That is theft of the highest degree, Roy.
Oh, I want to criticize, Keith. Let me criticize.
All right, get a sprinkle.
Why are they overthinking this round so much? They're going for an A fake when there's players that have limited weaponry. Like, you know, there's no way Chaos is force buying up those 2 guns. They just don't have the money for it. 3 guns, yes, that's a force buy. 2 guns, unlikely for it to be a force buy. And even if it is, it's limited on weaponry, on utility completely. Why spread your numbers? Why not keep all the AKs together, keep all the weapons together? Go for the proper control and the proper hits that have been proven on these anti-ecos. I feel like it was a little bit of overthinking there coming out from the all for Triumph. Chaos now have put themselves in a pretty good spot. Their loss bonus is still there, so even if they lose this round, there's no eco. It's going to be another gun. And if they win this one, the economy for Triumph is terrible, and it's a great winning condition for Chaos. So a complete Uno reversal here, and Janji holding back, dodges the flash, goes for the first shot. That's the opener there for Chaos. Now they're going to use their utility to slow down the prong that's coming in from both sides.
Oh. Grim, all the while, Roy, he ran through a molly to get that kill onto Steel, and now Janji is in trouble, but he has to find some kills. And just like that, it's Vanity with an op. Leaf is here. This is just a B brawl, an old school fight. It's fisticuffs, and it's Vanity stuck in mid-sight. To Shake see him in time, of course he does. And Triumph get to 14. That was a B brawl, a classic. And that came down to individual fights. We are getting into the mayhem territory.
Yeah,
right?
we
We're
are
on a scale from insane how we started this. I'd put mayhem past insane. That's where we are.
Yeah, this is starting to get really brawly now. I don't know if you saw what Grim did. That was So bad. So bad. But it looked funny. He flashed himself. It's... Anyways, 14-14, Keith. This is it. Everything's in line. Everything's invested. All eggs in one basket, they say. Leaf is playing a very dangerous game here. Jonji and Zepp are here as well. Off angle, though. It's not very common. This is a set piece explode here for Triumph. This is so risky.
Yeah, my question is, will Leaf be blind? No, go forward. Only one. A good trade from Curry. The molly under Falcon, the molly DP forces Jonji into the open. Can Zeppa do anything? He's out to triple. The player jungle's being under pressure, and Zeppa's peaked. They now know. Can he get something out of this? It's at least a kill. It's better than nothing. And Chaos have doubled up CT. Vanity and Steel. We're gonna probably see Vanity maybe get boosted. Something. No, there's no smoke. A tag. And Steel will creep. There's a gun to be picked up. That's an M4. Look at the damage. Grim, he's kind of the only man to close this round out. There's a smoke on Vanity. Grim will peek. The one, the spray transfer, the flash. And as Vanity goes high, Grim will come out to the stairs. And Vanity on the bomb, but Grim spray is there. And Triumph do get to 15.
Grim, he steps up finally. The beast is awoken. He's back on top too. He's almost there, tied with Junior's 27. 15-14. Economy extremely wounded and broken here for Chaos. It's gonna be a desperate buy. Umps, maybe a scout, maybe MP9s here for Zeppa and Leaf. A potential for Moss available. And Chaos are fighting for their lives here. Overtime is the only possibility for the Chaos side, Keith. But for Triumph, it's a second map win and taking us to the third.
Oh, you know how crazy Nuke's gonna be, Roy, if we get there?
Oh man, a part of me really wants us to go there. I want it so bad. Take us. It would be so sick. Us, Triumph. Bring us along for this ride that is extremely entertaining here between these two teams. And now Triumph are pulling their final card out of the bag. The mid control with 2 A lurkers. And this is shaping up to be an A split, but they're going to set up Junior first for the fights. And I can't blame them considering how well Junior's been doing here. Here it goes. Shake. Grim making their way out. There's the first kill. A 1-for-1 trade. Not bad. That's Leaf now. A CT spawn with an MP9. Meanwhile, there are trades happening towards mid. Steel does find Shake. Or excuse me, Junior.
Things are getting weird, aren't they? WMP with Steel coming in through jungle. That Smoke Palace, angle eliminated. They are hard set on this ramp post plan, aren't they? Steel will be lucky enough to find an AK, but can they find the fight? That's the question that begs answering. And they have to come through a ramp. It's Smoke. Steel and Sandwich trying to trade this out. A molly on Spongy. Sigzula alone. A quiet game for him, but can he win this? They'll tap the bomb. They'll stick the bomb. There's a kick to play and Shake can't do it. OT we go.
Oh, he just needed the bomb diffuser. That's all he needed. Solid cover coming out from Steel right there. 15-15. Into OT we go, Keith. This is a whole new ballgame, Keith. This is 16K. MR3. This means weapons for every round. There are never saves. Auto snipers if you want them. There are no rules. And Chaos are not going to go for the double op setup. They're going to go straight into the 4 rifles with Vanity on the op.
Can you blame them? I bet Steel will pull it out because keep in mind it's 16K MR3, so Steel can go to the op if he wants next round. This round, though, look at this from Chaos. A push into Palace clears that completely. And Triumph, a lot of the times, if no one's Palace, there's no one A ramp. They rarely send someone so alone towards A. And look at Steel, off angle on the bench. Good for the one. He'll smoke himself off and play around it. They have to clear him out, and they have to do it now. And Grim gets clothesline. It's Steel holding this down. Does he get 3? No! It's Shake to find both of them. But look at their HP. 11 and 47. Vanity needs a shot, and he needs it now. A good trade from Junior, but utility is still here from Chaos. And Junior gets caught. And just like that, it's Spongy. Can he be the hero? Can he win the first round of OT? Stuck back fight. He hears the drop, wins the fight, but the smoke will clear, and Leaf can see clearly. Defuse in, and Chaos the first on the board, Roy.
Alright, so the brawls, they continue, Keith. Down to the absolute wire. The 1v1, 2v1 even. Again, money, not a problem. Guns back out here for Triumph. Double up now online for Chaos. Jonji on that second op. A very versatile player, of course. And this time, Triumph are going to do something a little bit different. They're going to go for that pretty famous trademark A-split, right? Send Junior up cat, let him look for the pick. See if you can work your way up. Short A. Up connector, I guess, not short A. But I love this, right? Just let Junior take his time, work a pick. Molotovs will keep Jonji at bay. Zeppa peeks at a good time from the side of the window. Finds one. Does get traded out by Junior, though. Grim is up. Connector destroyed by Vanity. Curry attempts to trade. There's Leaf waiting for him. Vanity doubles down. The 1-2 punch here by Chaos. And Junior's all alone with a minute left on the clock. I'm not liking his odds. And the fact that there's a player holding the bomb here is not helping him whatsoever. I think that's steal as well. Calling for reinforcements. Leaf falls. Junior looking for more. There's still time. He could work this. A 1v2 now.
A 1v2 is right. And he has 3 kills. Plus time. Now the question is, does he expect Jonji, who's pushed to these boxes? If Junior walks right by him, but Jonji's posted, does he miss? He does not. That is going to be Chaos getting 2 in a row. It came down a little shaky. They pull it off. Chaos could go flawless on their CT side. That has struggled. The T side for Triumph has been their strong suit. And without maybe even not getting around Roy, troublesome. Pressure's on now for Triumph.
They need at least one, right? Just buy yourself a little more room in the next half. Make it so that Chaos have to win 2 instead of 1 on the T side. Double up, set up again. This time it's Steel on the second. Flashbang to establish control. This sets up Steel nicely. He's making a ton of noise, though. They know that he's here, but he's not going to fall off. He's going to continue contesting this. Nade is perfect. It chunks him down. Steel panicking, misplaying a little bit, oversteps, gets eliminated. Now the flood's coming in from the Triumph players. Jonji's here to hold back. He's the only one on site, though. He has to survive for as long as he can, but he gets cleared by Spongy. Bomb site in control of Triumph. 5v3. Surely they don't mess this one up, Keith.
Oh, surely not. Triumph really need this round. And it comes down to the B retake. And as Curry will peek towards Cat, box 2, he at least gets the 1, which is big. Because it's a 5v3. They can afford to trade 1 for 1. Step below, does he get them both? No. Another great trade from the Triumph boys. Leaving Leaf in a 1v3, AK in hand. Time's a ticking. He's found Junior. Molly onto Spongy. Spongy has to peek. Leaf is doing it. He's isolating these 1v1s. But time is becoming an issue, and Grim's playing for it. Leaf has found safe haven behind the barrels. Grim has to go. Why can Leaf get it? He can! The defuse from the young man. How does he do it, Roy? How?
No.
My voice left. My thoughts have left. He's done it.
No, no, no. How has this happened? That is the psyche breaker. That's the mental destruction for Triumph. Leaf. 3 kills and the defuse in what was probably the most important round of the game so far. Now Chaos. All they need is 1. 1 of 3, Keith. 3 rounds straight here for Triumph to bring us into second OT. Off to a good start for Triumph, though. Doing some damage to Zeppa. Slow mid-control here for the Chaos side.
Ooh, I needed a moment there, Roy, just to compose. Not music, just compose myself.
Yeah, I figured you weren't making music right now.
No, I'm not composing anything, literally. But Grim, yeah, he's singing to a tune of The First Blood. He's able to find it. With Vanity removed, there's no more op pressure. And Grim is still here. He's going to get 2. That is such a big play from top connector player. And you know what? They're going to continue to get kills in their favor. It's Zeppa and Steel. With the bomb down Palace, time to play with. They need to take risks, and Spongy is a man who likes no risks in his life. He ties his ties the safe way. And he makes sure he secures the rounds the same, leaving Steel in a 1v3, 34 seconds. They're even letting him plant. They're going to reposition, regroup, and attack this in different ways.
I mean, the plant, they know where he is, right? Let him plant. As soon as the bomb goes down, they know, all right, it's time. He's on the bomb site. We can move up here. It's a matter of, is the double up going to be enough to clear out Steel, though? Like, if there's a weapon set that you want in this situation, it's to fight against the double ops. They're not as strong. They're not as reliable on the trade. And Steel, he's in a very committed position. I don't like this one bit, Keith. And he has players coming in from 2 directions.
Spotted now from Junior, yeah, and his head just gets removed. A big one from Triumph. Now, money obviously is irrelevant in overtime, but these AKs, I'm surprised Spongy isn't just grabbing it. Yeah, there it is. 3 AKs, just rebuy your op. There's no difference from T-side and CT side op. If there was, that would be unreal. But, yeah, the AKs are worth their weight, aren't they? So, a lot of pressure on Triumph. The AKs may make the difference. They'll buy up the double ops around them. That could be the difference maker here, Roy, as Chaos looks to just default out. Allow Vanity to work a pick, this time towards middle. Pressure, and Grim delivers. How does he do that? 2 from underpass, both feverishly quick headshots, and Junior's locking down mid. The 1-2 from these boys, and Curry gets the last. He missed that round.
One left, Keith. Double OT. Smelling like it. I don't want to cast a curse, though.
Just mentioning it, you've done it, though, Roy. Isn't that how that works?
I think so. The fact that even before I even say it, it's all in the intention. Chaos. Seems like they're all eggs, one basket. Not looking the feeling on the mid splits. Not looking the feeling on the mid control. They're going all the way towards the upper B. They're holding. They're waiting for any push, any info play from Triumph. And as soon as they've killed enough time, they will attempt it, Keith. The B hit. The B execute. The final round of this overtime. Here we go.
And it's a B hit. Spongy playing retake with the op. We're going to have a 5v5 retake on B to determine the winner in the grand finals. Now that is content. Bomb will go down. All the members from Triumph coming in from Market. This is about to get crazy. This is going to be a brawl. Now, who's up to the task? Take your gloves off and land those shots. Junior, posted in halls, and Zeppa's nervous. Here we go as Jonji's the first. Make it 2 for Jonji. Leaf wants to get involved, and they're getting cut down. Spongy's trying. He really is. But Shake needs to get into this. The fight is ongoing, and Shake needs to find something, and he can't. It's now Spongy. We may have a champion, and we do. It is Chaos, Roy. They do it in 2. They do it with Leaf, with Zeppa. These boys have been hot, and it's not going to stop.
Wow. What an ending to a beautiful series. Whew. A part of me, I really wanted to see the third map. I will admit, I really, really wanted to see that third map, but that ending is enough for me. That was entertaining, shot for shot, a mayhem, as you called it, brawl right to the end. And congratulations to our Season 4 winners, Chaos, in the 2-0, stealing away their map pick on Dust 2, barely securing their win on Mirage. The literally definition of a 50-50 between these two teams, and what a show it has been. And of course, congratulations to Triumph for second place. That's nothing to scoff at as well. Both of these teams have such bright futures, and I'm extremely excited, as we probably many of us in this chat are as well, for the future of these players and these teams in general. So thank you all for participating in this league. Thank you to Chaos. Thank you to Triumph. You guys have brought entertainment to thousands of us today. Almost 5,000 of us today on this channel alone during strange times during 2020. And for that, we are forever grateful. Thank you guys for putting on a beautiful entertainment show for us. And congratulations once again to Chaos, Keith. What do you want to say, Keith? What is there to say for this right here?
It's been an unbelievable season, right? We've seen rising talents. We've been able to see Chaos form into this team that is certainly going to become unstoppable. But also at the same time, we've seen teams like Pact, right, go 3-0 and get eliminated. The best Polish team. We've had two of the most up and coming North American teams fight it out here in the grand final. And I can't be more excited not only for the league's future, but for these teams' future. And thank you to everyone who participated, of course. A strange year 2020 has been, but we've all stuck together. We've kept playing the game we love, and I can't wait for more of it.
Beautifully said. I also let's bring up the bracket here just to show the North American pathing is what has happened, what has concluded, just to sum up the season here, season 4 for us. Well, bring that up for us. Here we go. Of course, it is Chaos to secure the lead, and Thunder Logic, Levitate. Yeah, these teams were, and not were as in are. These teams are insane talents. Like these guys are the next generation of Counter-Strike players, right? Yeah, gaming being a very young Brazilian roster, RBG, same thing, North American, New England Whalers as well, kind of the veteran slash new player mix, Recon 5, all youngsters. These teams are so promising. These teams right here are the future of North American CS, of course, and it has been a blessing. And I hope to see these teams again in Season 5 of Winners League. But before we leave here, everyone, please do follow our socials. It helps us so much. It allows us to improve the content, improve the prize pools, pull more sponsors for the future season so that we can do more of these, provide more to players so they have means to make money as they pursue their passions and dreams. And without your support, none of this is possible. So even if you're in here right now just watching, that alone is enough. Thank you for that. We appreciate you very much. If you haven't done so already, check out win.gg. It's a great platform for content to fill time during the off season. And of course, shout out to VBet, our sponsor for season 4. It's been awesome working with them as well. Most importantly, everyone, be kind to each other. And we're, for now, out of here. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. Stay tuned for future updates. Goodbye, and thank you.